So the quadruple and quintuple helix models are clearly linked to the approaches of participative and deliberative democracy, which are very needed because these are the basis for any kind of social ecological transformation. Without the involvement of the people, we will never get much further than we currently are with the top-down imposition of ambitions and goals. But at the same time, our democratic systems have been facing quite a lot of challenges. There's been decreasing voter turnout, often among the young people in particular. There's a disillusionment with the democratic processes and with representative democracy systems that we currently have, with the criticisms aimed at the representatives, so the members of parliaments or elected governments, not actually representing the views and the needs of the population, but rather party politics. And all of these challenges are eroding the trust in the democratic system and the engagement in them as well. And we need to find ways in which to reverse these trends, and some of the literature suggests that the way forward is through more playful, interactive, and open-ended engagement processes where people are involved and engaged throughout the process and can directly see the effects or impacts of their engagement in real life. And this is where this kind of quintuple helix model comes in, because what it develops is being discussed with the people throughout the whole process. There are different ways of doing it. One can be living labs, it can be different games, it can be different collaborative arenas and so on. There are multiple ways of doing it. We will focus mainly on the living labs in this course, because there's also been quite a lot of literature on it. So for example, in Spain, they have used quite a lot of different labs in terms of engagement with citizens throughout the last years, which led to the transformation of the way that people engage with their politicians. And all this more kind of constant engagement, more focused engagement that is beyond the normal electoral cycles or simply the consultation processes that the states have to engage with, also increases the participation of citizens, the trust in their elected representatives, and as such can help with improving democracy, which is the basis for any kind of transformation that we want to achieve. Living labs can be linked to these quadruple or quintuple helix models to develop new things because they are a way of engaging participants in the process, developing solutions with them, testing them, and then evaluating the whole process before the new range of solutions is being evaluated. And as such, they are great. They can work very well for us in the innovation intermediaries and supporting innovation processes. However, at the same time, living labs are often also used as a research methodology. So as a way of testing different services or products in a living environment. So the people are given these things, or they're just observed throughout the process of using it, which still centers on the user of an innovation or a new product, but does not directly involve them. So it is more of a research methodology where data is extracted from the participation of the people, which can be useful, but it does not go far enough to help us achieve socio-ecological transitions that we need to achieve. The other issues that then can arise, because living labs are becoming a bit of a buzzword, is that they're often used to describe participative moments that are either a series of workshops, single workshops, any kind of participative moment where people are there and have ability to say something is now often called a living lab, without having any of the other elements of the living lab. And it's important to know that living labs are, by definition, or should be, user-centered, participatory, but also focused around the principles of co-design, co-creation, co-development, co-testing, and co-implementation. Everything that the Living Lab should be done with all of the members of the Living Lab together, not just being a fancy way of consulting people or more interactive way of consulting people. And while these uses are out there in the literature, and you might come across from them, we will claim in this course that this is not what Living Lab should be, and there should be a more engaged, directly co-created process that the next videos will explain in greater detail.